Right. This is post-event commentary. Um, so where does it get more interesting? So this is the opponent. Let me just turn that down a little bit. So I'm going through the roster. He's got 7 more relics than I do. Yeah, 7 more relics, and he's got. Scroll a little bit more. He's got an awful lot more Gear 12 characters than I do, and even on top of that, he's got a few more Gear 11 and Gear 10s. He doesn't have that many Zetas. I don't think I mentioned it when I basically I did this whole recording without the mic turned on, and then I came up with the ingenious plan of basically playing the recording whilst also recording. So here we are. And yeah, what I noticed only just sort of like once I got going in the battle was the fact that he didn't actually have that many Zetas. So I'm assuming he might be one of these players that were paying effectively for sort of like the gears and the shards and all that sort of thing. Because also his mods are pretty awful, like 42 mod speed on a Darth Revan where you need Revan to be like pretty much one of the fastest characters in the game is pretty damn awful. And also his Padme was pretty slow there. And then I think this Shakti's got 28 speed mod. Yeah, gobsmacked. At least he got 76 mod speed on his gas. But even so, like a 213 speed is not very great. And there's loads of protection on going on there. So he's modded that gas quite well. It's just speed front. And I understand that obviously not everyone can spend a lot of time on and resources on mods. But at the end of the day, when it comes to playing against other players, you want to have yourself set up to be in a really good position where you can be outrunning the opposition. And yeah, this is something I noticed was it was a Gear 5 Django Fair. A Gear 5. I've not seen a Gear 5 at my level for quite a while, and that was quite a surprise. And then the Geo, it's got quite a good tenacity. So I was talking about having to use Imperial with extra crit hit and potency text. I hope that doesn't come up. It's pretty cool sound if it comes through on the recording, but yeah, don't want to have that on the recording. Yep, so he's got full capital ships. And yeah, I was saying about the Imperial, I was really thinking about, right, I've got to get some more potency added on what Imperials I can use. So I basically came down to the conclusion of Tarkin and Piat as a shortcut for that Geo encounter. And yep, so I've just basically just set the same team as last time. I let the game just auto set from the last one. Yep, so he's got Gear 5 Talia on Night Sisters, Bounty Hunters, and Geos. And the Geos were actually quite weak. There's Gear 9 or 8. And he's got Gear 12 Phoenix and Gear 12 Gas, few 501st, and then 1 Cody. So, how long do I talk about this? I'm trying to remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about he's got some decent mods going on, but not on the speed front, and he's got some decent Zetas going on there. But again, he doesn't have the whole 501st team, and that's Gas is not going to get all of the necessary bonus like crit chance and counter attack. And I think I was just talking about do I try to undergear it? Do I try to just do a normal Sith Empire counter? My Sith Empire R relic So I was really sort of contemplating, do I try to underdog it or not? Let's, oh, there we go. I'm going in. Sith Empire, there he is. There's Sith Empire Trooper, and then I've, yep, select Sith Empire tag. And then I'll do Sith Marauder. Oh no. Can I not? What? You didn't miss too much. Basically, I just right. I won't touch it. It's a little bit finicky. The I can't. It's just so okay. Well, I just gotta be patient. Have to learn the patience. That battle goes really fast then. Right, so 6:30 into the game, and I got the opening hit with fear, spread some more fear, big area over attack, and I got rid of the large majority of the protection. Massive hit on gas again. Really trying to make sure I'm getting rid of some of all that protection on fives. There we go. The death mark helped Sith Empire Trooper, and I think this might have been a misplay because I think Rex did die, but for some reason he didn't gain a health recovery. Big AoE again. Got a lot of daisies going around, trying to chip away at the health, and then finally the big hit. And 55. That's probably a guarantee, like normal outcome, because it's never going to be 60 with a large majority of the counters, especially the ones I've got. Yeah, and then I think I go into the details again, which I already talked about. And I was talking about counters for Phoenix, and I basically settled with the bounty hunters. So that was about a minute worth of talking, just condensed into 5 seconds. Here we go. So I might have misplayed here. So I just did the big opening attack just to get the payout really, really quickly. And I got the payout quickly. I did this, which might have been a mistake again, but it paid off. This, I was going, who do I go for? I settled on Ezra. And this, that was perfect. I have never had that happen before by luck. Um, I'm so glad it did. And then this was just simple decision to make. I've got a stun Zeb to stop the bonus protection. And then Django just went right ahead there. I did this to stop her from gaining any healing. And then obviously it paid off because Django could do the double tap. And I got Bronzium. Yippee. No, I was really quite happy with that. I was very happy. So I came out from the crummy chromium level, like the Stone Age, and got onto the Bronzium, the Bronze Age. And here I just talk about what are the chances of having the same teams again. Yeah, so let me just go over again what I did. So I selected the Geo team anytime now. There we go. And then I select the Empire. And yeah, so I was just going through. So who would probably be the best? And the fact that there wasn't a light side element, I was sort of like, nah. And I don't need the speed because my Empire are already pretty fast. But I needed the crit chance and the potency, and also the fact that any crit hit by an Empire is an immediate ability block as well, was sort of like an added bonus. And if I have the Zeta on, I think you gain 10% protection recovery, uh, which is the same as what Grand Admiral Thrawn gives is 10% protection recovery. So maybe that might be a future Zeta, especially against a Geo team. But the Piet and Vader lineup works really well, and the Krennic lead works very, very well. I don't know what I'm playing around there for, because this was a foregone conclusion of that was the team I was going to use. Right, big fracture, as always, really simple, and get the dots on the brutes, and no ability block needed because Vader just goes on his massacre way. So another round of dots, and that's game over. I could have underdogged it with not taking in Tarkin, so I could have got 61 banners. But 60 banners against the Geo team is pretty damn good going. And I think what I'm talking about is, what team to go for next. Was it the Night Sisters or the Bounty Hunters? And I'm going to give C-3PO another chance to get rid of the Bounty Hunters. This team, for some bizarre reason, struggled against the last Bounty Hunters I faced. So can they redeem themselves? So standard, get the stun on. I'm contemplating about who to confuse. And I go with Dengar after just having a quick reminder of what he does, and I get some foresight going on my R2, and then I put the buff immunity on just to make sure there was no chance that Dengar was going to cause us any trouble. So now I was thinking, right, I've got to stun someone because one of these bounty hunters was about to take a turn, and I focused on Boba. I did not want any of that ability block coming, and then I just took out Bosk very, very easily there. And again, trying to take out Dengar because he is a big banner stealer. That was a very simple kill there. Get the extra expose, very thick Cad Bane. Get some basics going on there, and then I think, get the turn meter and the crit chance and immunity up. Big hit again, and then the stun just to finish him off very easily there. And 60 banners. Now, I think I was quite confused as to how, because R2-D2 was not at full protection, and I think when you do the smoke screen, he gains bonus protection. And I think that's the reason why he was able to still count as a full 60. So I'm still learning something new. Yep, so this is going to be simple. Oh, I was talking about, on this point, I was talking about I've just got to do area over attack abilities because I've got a Gear 5 Talia and a Gear 8 Townsend and a Gear 9 Mother Daka. So I'm thinking, right, those three, really easy to take out with sweeping attacks, and then a Sarge Ventress, who's a relic, is going to be the last woman standing effectively. There you go. That's what I was talking about. And then a big hit on Daka to stop Townsend from coming back. Lost some buffs. Not too disappointed with that. Got to take out Talia now. Good. And then the Mass Swarm. There we go. And then again, I think I play this safe. Yep, I play it safe. Get some protection up. And then I finish it off with Yoda anyway. 60 banners. Really, really simple. Overkill, but very simple. And I probably wouldn't have done that if I didn't have characters that could solo Ewoks and the Old Republic. So I'm just having a look on the fleets, and I think I have a mental block on the Ebon Hawk. I called it the Embo Hawk. Um, I just I just got that completely wrong. Yep, so it's the Ebon Hawk. And then it's with Wedge and Clone Sergeant Arc 170. I was very confused, and I'm still confused as to why you would have that trio. Yeah, I just don't understand it. And then later on, you'll see the reinforcement that comes in, and it makes it just even more confusing. And then you've got the Geo Trio down there, and I was sort of like, okay, I know what I can use against that Geo Trio. Right, so I do the Old Republic battle first, solo, and in. It's not really that much to talk about during these battles. It's mainly you just let the AI just do its thing on this, and it is so effective. It used to be a much quicker if you've watched. God, I've been doing this for a while. I think I've had my. I think it was about a year ago where I recorded my first video, but I never posted it. But I didn't have Malik back a year ago. I got him over summer holidays. But ever since I've had Malik, I have been able to solo Old Republic. Now I had him modded for health and offense with a lot of protection primary. So he was quite thick, but could hit really, really hard. But he would be stunned quite a bit. And I've changed that to basically all the mods at all tenacity. Yeah, I think the downside is that I don't have that many protection primaries on him, so he's not very thick. Not very thick at all. And 64 banners, there we go. Nice and simple. And then I line up the Ewok battle next. Oh, I just got to stretch. Yeah, I filmed this quite early. I had my breakfast, and then well, I was finishing off my cup of tea when I started playing, and what I thought was being recorded was my voice, but I've got to do it again. So this is about nearly an hour worth of talk. Oh yeah, I was just showing off the different leads that you could pair up with Enfys Nest. Farm Boy Luke is good for because of the tenacity lead. Yep. But my favourite lead is Kira because of the fact that she can give you more protection and recovery. She gives you the crit chance, and she gives you the unique bonuses. She gives the attacker 10% stacking every time they crit hit. So the fact that Enfys Nest is an attacker, it means that her offense is gathering up more and more deadly hitting power every time she counterattacks. And yeah, Kira always goes. What's the dog barking at? The dog is barking at something out the front. The thing is, there's not really that much to talk about on these Ewok encounters. She's upstairs barking at someone. Off we go up the stairs as we talk about this long battle. The bathroom curtain was still closed. What are you doing, Molly? Good girl. Naughty little dog. Yeah, that was a misplay by the AI trying to do a massive hit when someone's got 4 sights. That was a waste of a move. But the expose comes through, and that's rather handy. Hey, right, there we go, right. I can re-engage with my excitement and engagement of the game. That battle is now over. Oh, don't trip me up, dog. Right, so I think I go for the top fleet first. And I just go with, right, I'm just going to use my Tarkin as well. I'm going to use my Empire and First Order to engage his fleet. Yeah. So, in we go. Right, yep, good. Go, 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 go. There we go. So, a big opening hit. I was hoping for target locks, and then that was a misplay because First Order TIE fighter gains an extra turn, I think, if the target was already target locked. And then they just focused down him. Look, there you go. Poor guy. Just did not stand a chance after my misplay. So I quickly call in my TIE pilot, Vader. Yep, big hit there. Decent. I'm not going to use the area over attack yet because I wasn't too sure what was going to come in as reinforcement, and it was just Cad Bane in the end. So I have no idea why he put together that fleet. It was very, very weird. Like, look at that. Like, what was he thinking was going to happen? So a big turn meter boost with, there you go, with offense, and that is the result. So I could have got 64, I think, if my TIE First Order survived. So I'm going in with this one, Thrawn. I'm gonna do a copycat effectively, but with a better fleet commander. I was thinking about going full in, but then I was sort of like, nope, try and get some more banners, make up for the one that I just lost banner wise. So we go in, and I'm surprised that this was the opening move. So I heal up. There we go. I heal up because that was looking a little bit sketchy, and then this is the synergy coming together. Look at all that big synergy going on. It's just, how simple was that? That was really, really quick. Fantastic. Now, I was sort of going 2-130. That's a quite decent score. What did I get last time? And it turns out it was only one better, one banner better. So I lost a battle in there. So how on earth did I only get one banner better when I perfectly got through all of that in one battle? So I'm not too sure what I did to deserve just a one banner increase. Yep, I don't know why I hit that button. I think it was the way I was holding my phone. Yep, so I just go back. Yep, so I'm in the top 1,000, which is really decent. Collect my Bronzium awards. I'm now in the Bronze Age. Get that. I have a quick look at the feats, and I'm really certain that I'm just not going to be able to get those anytime soon. I don't normally, and then I'm just checking how long the video was, and then I think I end it. There you go. Right. See you next time.